recently seen on Saturday at the Diwali festival, which was absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. It's an honor to carry your message back to the organizing community.
Please do, please do.
Absolutely.
I think others went as well. It was stunning. Yeah.
So, before I start my submission, I would actually like to make an honest admission. I have been following this over the live streaming, and it has been a great experience. And before the afternoon tea break, I think heard Vicky say that if Shiresh comes on time, you will end sooner. So I did start driving immediately.
But I've been naughty because I've let people go over their speaking time.
No,
so.
that's okay. So, my name is Shiresh Paranjape. I have been a resident of Christchurch for all 14 years of my life in New Zealand. I am a resident of Avonhead and have been so for over 8 years. It's great to meet some new people today and reconnect with many others I know. It's indeed a privilege to be in this room and be part of this vital democratic process affecting our city. As I said, I have been following some of the submissions through the live streaming, and it has been a learning experience. I have been amazed on how the ward with the smallest population has figured in perhaps the most submissions. This is my first ever personal submission, and I believe your last one for the day. First of all, I would like to commend the team which has put together the initial proposal. My submission is an endeavor to further refine the excellent work which has been done by the team. Let me share a small personal story. One of the messages I was propagating in 2013 was for the migrant community specifically to first enroll and then vote in the local elections. I found that many residents did not realize that they had the right and, more importantly, the responsibility to elect their representative. Some days later, a friend living in Avonhead said that he had indeed done what I had asked him to do, but was surprised to find that he had been enrolled in the Wigram electorate rather than the Fendleton-Waimari, which I had told him. Obviously, this confusion exists because elections.org, or the election office, does not care about the local ward names when they send out enrollment confirmations. They only use the parliamentary ward names. Imagine adding McLean's to the above story now. My submission, therefore, is towards this dream of having a larger participation in the elections. As you know, we have been suffering a downward voter turnout year on year. My submission is towards making it simpler and easier for the common man, and to have an aligned overall system, when I say overall, where the local boundaries and names are the same as with the parliamentary boundaries, as much as we can. This is not going to happen overnight. In fact, it will take years, as this is an iterative process. The initial proposal is already a big step in the right direction. Kudos to those involved. For example, I support removing parts of Avonhead area from the previous Riccarton-Wigram Council ward. I hope that the next parliamentary review will see parts of Avonhead which are currently under the Wigram electorate moved to the Ilam parliamentary ward where they logically belong. My submission details 2 more steps which will help bring better alignment: ward names and ward boundaries. The third step is beyond the purview of this specific review. it will need to be addressed in the next parliamentary review. My written submission is with you. For whatever reasons, be it population data, different considerations between parliamentary and local governments, or simply time, if we cannot align the boundaries 100% with the parliamentary wards, we must at least ensure that the same names are used, as I have marked in my submission. Once again, thanks for this opportunity. I look forward to the outcome on 20th November, which hopefully will include some or all of my recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I must admit that we're sitting up here and I'm going, this has the most clear-cut, simple solution. 3 for each of the parliamentary wards, plus 1 for Banks Peninsula. And it just, it just works on every level. It would remove a lot of confusion. It would just put everything. And the irony is that it's not one of the things that we consider, under the legislative framework. It's the central government review of the boundaries that has to take into account the local government boundaries, not the other way around. But I really like your idea, Jimmy.
Okay. Shiresh, thank you so much, for your deputation, very good. Just minor questions would like to know, because the central government electorate and local government electorate actually still the difference, For instance, like your recommendation, like from west of the state highway, that actually belong to the sovereign district council rather than with the city council. And also some of the kind of the new proposed ward, is probably regarding to the name and the word still slightly difference. For instance, like Horsewell, you combine like Wigan. Actually, Horsewell at the moment belong to central government's Porter Hill, and also the Spraydon at the moment belong to the Wigan. And Banks Peninsula, you didn't mention about it, that's belong to the Porter Hill. Regarding to this kind of relation, you would like to consider more restructure or not, just keep going, because the name, same the name, central government, local government, exactly the same. So what is your point of view?
Yeah, look, I have not analyzed each ward in detail. And I understand that the numbers are different and the boundaries can be different.
Yeah.
I'm just looking from a common man's point of view.
Absolutely.
If I look at Wigram, for example, we know Dr. Megan Woods is our MP. You two represent that ward, and these community members represent that ward. So it's perfect alignment. Otherwise, for example, I am in one council ward, but another parliamentary ward. And that creates confusion for many people. So I know it's not perhaps possible to have 100% alignment. I acknowledge that. As much as we can do, I think we will help the democratic process.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's 2 wards that are problematic for us. One's the Selwyn ward, which is part of it is in the Selwyn District Council, and the other part's in Christchurch. And Waimakariri is split between the 2 councils as well. So, but apart from that, it just looks neat.
That's right.
Yeah, but I think that what you're sort of identifying is that if we can make things as similar as possible, then it also makes things easier for people to participate, which is also one of the things that we should be taking into account. Has anyone got any questions? No? So, last but definitely not least,
Thank you very much. It has been an honor.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, and thanks for putting the effort in.